I recently got a question from a subscriber under video about how to apply a sort of a rough sawn, hand-scraped, hand-hewn appearance to a new piece of lumber. He's working on a project and wanted to add that appearance to the lumber that he's working with. And it's something I do all the time, so I thought I'd demonstrate the way I go about it. It might not be the exact look you're going for, but it will give you an idea of just an option for the future. And what I like to use is just a small Stanley hand plane. Doesn't have to be a Stanley, doesn't need to even be this size. It can be pretty much anything. All you're going to do is take angle passes across the grain at about a 45 degrees. And this just takes that fresh out of the planer look off of new lumber. And then afterwards, when you come back in with a finish, you can rub it back, whether it be paint or a stain. And those sort of ridges that the hand plane is going to add into the lumber is going to just give a nice look if you're going for a distressed appearance. And one thing I do to get my hand plane set up for doing so is I'll knock the blade down like that, and what that does is it'll make it cut a little heavier on one side of the blade than the other. So one side of the cut will be deeper and it'll taper out to pretty much no cut at all on the other side, and I'll just make passes all the way across the board. You can do this before or after you assemble your piece. For my particular tables and for speed, I go ahead and wait till it's assembled. That way I can walk right down the sides of the tables all the way around and get into a real good rhythm and just get them done pretty quickly. So let me go ahead and demonstrate. Well, as you can see, this is a very simple and very fast technique. It only takes me about a minute and a half probably to complete each table. And then in the end, most of my tables get painted, so I come back in, I paint them, and then I sand over them, distress them a little bit, and the edges of those plane marks end up getting a little highlighted and stand out a little bit more. And so really in the end, even if this looks too simple to be effective, in the end, once the whole table's done, you got the legs, the turn details, you've got these peg joints, you've got the grain of the wood's going to show through, then that sort of faux saw marks, faux hewn look you're going to add to it with this. I know you're not all making tables, but just in general, your pieces of furniture will have many details that sort of all blend together into an attractive piece. So don't worry too much if it doesn't turn out exactly how you think it should. In the end, it's going to look good. And of course, there's all different types of tools you could use to apply some sort of marks, even if it comes down to just rubbing something rough on the wood if you don't have many tools at all. But if you're making a piece of furniture, most likely you're going to have some sort of a hand plane. You can pick these up very inexpensively used or even new at Lowe's. Borrow one. It's a tool worth getting if you don't already have one. It comes in really handy for knocking off little corners to soften edges. Go ahead and grab one if you can. I didn't pay anything for this one. I got this one free, but I've picked up lots of little hand planes for $1 or $2, really $5 max, used at flea markets and yard sales. Got quite a few of them. Keep them sharp, and when one gets dull, I just pick up another one. This is my favorite one and most used one. Use this pretty much with every piece of wood that goes into my projects. Usually this plane hits it at one point or another. But let me know what you think about this sort of technique and what other types of techniques you've used to get similar results. Maybe I'll end up posting about those or giving it a try in the future myself if I haven't tried it already. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you will get updates when I post future videos. You can check me out on Facebook also, post updates and photos from videos and whatnot. And below this video you can leave comments and ask questions or send me a private message if you'd like to, if it's a little more involved than to go under a video in the comment section. But guess that pretty much takes care of this video. I'll try to add a couple photos after I'm done talking here to let you see the final result with paint or whatever it is I do to this table, and maybe some of the other ones where I've done a similar technique. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
If you'd like to become a subscriber of the Homestead Craftsman YouTube channel, click the red button on the screen now and you'll get updates when I post future videos.